Discord. There we go. Hello. Hey, Fritz. How's it going? I am stuffed. I just had some sushi. It was good. It was good. I don't know how this place is making money. I don't know. But I am stuffed. All right, so we got Blink kinda done. Delicious. And let's just double check, right? Lucky Vice, yeah. I got I have 4 California rolls in me right now. 4 of them. That last one, I was looking at it like... it was rough. Oh no! Help! Yeah, see, if you fall from too high a height, you can get in trouble. Oh, that's so cool! Oh, I wonder if you could jump down, right? Can you do it while falling? Yes. Wait, was it all you could eat? No, it was not. It was, they had like a deal with, like a lunch special, so you get 3 of the rolls of your choice for like 12 bucks. So I got the 3, and then originally I wanted like a bento box, which they had another deal, and that was like $12.95. And it came with like a whole California roll in it, and like some dumplings and a big thing of rice. I was like, wow, royal treatment. Then you look at the prices of like dinner time, and it's like, oh, the same thing's like 35 bucks when it's dinner time. Came with soup and salad. And I prefer rainbow rolls more. The funny thing is, I prefer just the imitation crab meat wrapped in rice, right? Like nothing else. Like a crab roll. That's what I prefer. I have no idea what rainbow roll is. So I made the mistake though, my pinto box. I'm like, oh, I want sashimi, right? Because I had it in my head that sashimi was shumai. Because I don't ever really get this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so great. And then it came and I'm looking down at it and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, this is the raw meat. So I saved that with my rice and I'm going to cook it up and make a stir fry out of it. Oh, old Vice messing things up. All right, so I am curious. I may kill myself doing this, but that's what these tests are for. Rainbow is just a bunch of different fish types. Ah, I got you. Love the elevator. All right. So I think... Cast. No! I think I misjudged my velocity there. If I had feather fall on, I would not have taken any damage. And you could kind of like fly through the air with the current haste factor of it. I die. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Yep, there it is. Oop. Got it. Can I gain more experience? It gets erased. All right. My favorite sushi place has amazing tonkotsu ramen. I was going to the place, they had like new ramen, and I was looking at it and I'm like, the weird like 1,000-year like pickled egg that they put on is not my favorite. And that was like 25% of the picture of the bowl of ramen. Like I couldn't see like what noodles or anything it was. And I'm like, you know what? I got plenty of ramen noodles at home. Let's go with sushi in a pinto box. Their miso is kind of weird though, because they have a pork broth, like pork stock base. So I'm eating it, right? And I'm like, okay, this isn't that bad. And it's like the more I ate it, the worse it became. Luckily, by the end of the bowl, I was like, I think I'm good there. Normally, I love miso soup. I think it tastes great. Oh, insufficient mana, because I died. Boop. Yeah, I think what I may try to do... Was it the black? Yeah, it looked like that black, like dark colored egg. I can't eat that. I can't. It's so foul tasting to me. I tried. We have like a specialty ramen place by us. I couldn't eat it. And normally I can eat a lot of things. Like the combination of food that I can ingest and find pleasing is, I understand it may be a little weird, but So Vice, is the safe this is the safe version? Yes, it is. Blink is the safe version, and it was the hardest one to do. So you don't like glitch through the ground anymore. If you and it has a 16 block range right now. It may go down, but you know, you could teleport up to the top there. See, now I screwed myself doing that. But yeah, this is the safe version of the spell. So now what we are going to do, I want to try and put in like a failsafe for, like, your falling. Position before fall. You know what I could do? I just thought of this. It may actually negate most of your fall damage. Possibly. Possibly. I have to open up another spell, though. And this is actually something I can carry over to the other 2 spells as well. So let's go to Surface Ascent. It's actually this method right here that I want to make use of. So this is a Vector 3D, so I can say new Vec 3D. See, all I needed was just some food, some tasty, delicious food. Cut that out, comma, paste that in. So I can put in the X variable. I can get the Y variable. And then Z. And this right here would be the ground block Y. So I think you wouldn't take fall damage, right? It's my assumption here. Although it could kill you if you do collide with, like, the ceiling, because then it could potentially get the topmost, which would be worse off for you. So yeah, I think here, when you're doing the max raycast, is where I can do this. So... no fall damage. Here, let's heal up, because I should have healed first. There we go. Let's go directly into the air. Let's run over here. No fall damage now, right? Yep, I'm there. So you can kind of teleport through the air, right? That's pretty cool. Oh, hey! Plan for this is tier 4? Yes, it is. It is a tier 4 spell. So it's going to be unique. So we got Blink, and then we have Riftwalk. Riftwalk is going to be the unsafe version of this spell. You can teleport into things, into spaces. That also means that if you know, because I'll have it be like 8 blocks ahead of you, right? So you will have to kind of guesstimate where you will end up through the other side of the wall, but you will be able to, like, teleport into enclosed areas. And then there will be Shadow Step. And Shadow Step is going to be, if you're familiar with EverQuest, Shadow Step was a spell that would teleport you randomly within so many yards of your position. So basically, I would take a snapshot of the area, and I would pick a part of the, part of that grid at random, set that as the coordinates, and you would teleport to that place. It's pretty useful for escaping some things. But it will be an above world kind of thing. Like, you have to be in, like, open air. That also means you could end up on top of trees too. I figured that would be a fun spell, and I'll give people the ability to learn Shadow Step. Not at tier 4. I'm thinking maybe starting at tier 2, you can get, like, a weakened form of it, and then the radius just keeps expanding. See, that sounds pretty worthy. Yeah, right? So if you do get caught up somewhere and you're like, oh god, you should be able to Shadow Step. Or it could also be like, I want to discover a new area in this location and I don't know where to start. You can roll the dice with a Shadow Step too. Bear chasing you, perform Shadow Step, and just teleport randomly. In that spell, though, it was interesting because it would also change your orientation. So you would be like here, and then you would cast Shadow Step, and you would be like this, right? Like behind a wall, and you're like, where did I go? right? But really, you went from like there to here. So I think I want to do something similar. I was going to have it be like an area of effect, but you could grief people with that. Randomly teleporting them somewhere just by standing near them. Especially when they're trying to work on something. And I figured I'd give like a tier 2, 3, and 4 version, and the tier 4 would be like a, you know, a big kind of area. Enormous. Yeah, it seems like a last-minute spell. It kind of is, but I think it would be kind of cool. Even though I can't see the synergy right now, it doesn't mean that there isn't one with, like, other spells. Blink is pretty damn cool. Yeah, see, you can't like teleport through anymore. You used to be able to like glitch inside. Can't do that anymore. All right, so Blink is pretty much done. I can revisit the particles later. We got it. We got it. Any other spells, suggestions? I'm about to register 2 spells. It would help to be able to just register more potential good spell ideas. Ah, delicious. Ah, I feel so full, so good. Before we start propagating stuff here, okay, so trigger player hurt sound. That's something from yesterday too. If teleporting into the wall to damage. I don't think we need that. Because you don't actually get hurt. I don't want to confuse people. I've been thinking about that. I don't think we're going to do that. Particles, make them pretty. You know what? We got that done too. Boop. Get rid of some of this other stuff. I think I'm using this. Yep, I am using that in there. And I'm using this right there. Perfect. Hey, Zet. Heyo. I'm going to leave this commented out part. We are going to, you know what? I will make the filters first. Oh, we got to test one more thing. We got to make sure my filters are working. Let's get a bunch of tall grass. Very tall grass, yeah. Shit, that's not it. Grass. Where's the full block one? Is it this one? No. Oh, it was I think I got cattail before. Cattail. I just need something. Here we go. That you can pass through. Whoa, this is weird how it offsets some of them. Alright, we'll make a wall of them. There we go. I will see if I can teleport through this. I should be able to, honestly. And I can. Good. That means that my filter is working because I put a block filter in to say if the collision box is null, then ignore that block. So this should help with other people's mods too. If someone has whatever that box is, if I quote-unquote collide with it, I will ignore it. Which also means, yep, I could teleport right through, so it brought me right to this center block here. Sweet. Sweet. Can we set a spell max tier? What do you mean? Half of your spells that move things are very much nerfed by redwood trees. I don't know where you're seeing all these redwood trees. Like in a lot of my playthroughs, I never see them. Never see a redwood tree. It's rare that I see a redwood tree. I can't say never. It's rare that I see one. But yeah, redwood trees would kind of screw some things up. So, okay, one more thing. So for Blink, how much mana should this thing cost? Right? How much mana should Blink cost? And while I wait for maybe some feedback there, I'm going to put a comment here just so I know about this. Run a check for the raycast. So if the collision... Let's do this. Try and make this a little bit more efficient here, right? Because it makes sense to use the variable that I created for the ray collision. And then after the ray collision, I have to then get the new length, and then I can start cycling through the facing, getting the block selection, the final positional data, and then teleport the player to that position. Let's get rid of that. This is a nested if statement. I will keep those two print statements in and comment it out in case this needs to be troubleshot again. And then we get the adjusted ray. I create a variable to make it easier to type in. None of this is needed. Which means I could format this correctly. I am not feeling this music. I thought I was, and apparently I was not listening to my inner voice with this one. There we go. Let's do something like that. Why do I care about this variable here? I guess I don't, so we will delete that. So all of this logic here is if you collide with something. If you don't, then I take out the max raycast, and I set the teleport, and then I set your position to, yeah, to something a little different. Yep. This is perfect. And then I sync up your position with the final position. That way the client and the server do not have a desync. And then I spawn particles. I'm also going to have to consume mana. Oh, we got to play the sound file as well. This needs to be played server side, I believe. That way everyone can hear it. I believe all of this, yeah, all of this is server side. I will only play the sound after final position. You know what? I never set final position in here. Why do I not do that? Set double, vector 3D. Right, because it would be ray dir. Just like that. And then position before falling. Is the sided. Alright, yeah. I think that's good. Right? GM1. No fall damage. All right, we're still working. Let's teleport really high. Ah, no fall damage. Ha ha ha. I did take some damage from the plants because I fell on them. Excellent. Surface ascent. I hope you love living in trees. Upheaval. I hope you love mining in trees. Well, maybe you should clear the trees then. And surface ascent, honestly, I would rather be on top of a tree with surface ascent than stuck in a cave surrounded by drifters that I can't escape because I have like 1 health left. I think that's the better choice. And unfortunately, there's not really an easier way. So the reason why it takes in the tree logic is because I look at the mapped rain height, right? Like whatever rain collides with, I consider it like topmost sunny side up. Unfortunately, the way the game also sees everything, it also sees that as like any of the trees, like the branches themselves, like the branched leaves. So that's, you know, it is what it is. Unless there's another method someone knows about to where I can ignore that and just get like what would be considered like ground, there's not much I can do about that. I feel like I've seen that question again. Deja vu. Can we set... Yeah, I don't know what the... Can we set spell max tier? I'm not sure what that means. Is there any food magic? No, we had talked about it like a little in Discord, and the way I would have like preferred to do it would be to like have you imbue, you know, like your magic into something to create like magical food with like stats. But that, like someone had like some good ideas because they're like, yeah, I'm the cook of the server, and I'm like, well, give me some ideas, right? I'm not going to make like a summon food, right? Consumable, blah, blah, blah. I want to make like a fun system for it that you use magic to like imbue food with. But just didn't get any good ideas, so we currently do not have that. Not my fault. I think 16 blocks is too much. We gotta tweak this now. So the main things are going to be the cast speed, right? The mana cost and the distance. We got to balance those 3 things. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh yeah, and I gotta put in the consume mana part. Consume mana. Where is surface ascent? Let's take a look at this. So that's right, it's outside a server. Okay. So I got to do a similar thing here. So I think I just need to put that in. You know, we will run the particles first. And then we'll ask you for your bill. Perfect. Should only take a couple mana. Right, so 498. $493, right? Because it's only like 2 mana per right now. So I could do it for testing. So what should we be looking at for a cast time for this spell? Because I think right now it is a almost half-second cast. Damn it. That darn rust sickness. Uh, well, that's surface ascent. It's not really what I wanted. Blink. I can delete all of this other stuff now. None of this other stuff is needed. Oop. All right. And just as I thought, I'm going to have to space some of this stuff out correctly. There we go. That's formatted a little better. Now I have to change, this. Oh, I already did that. Spell in. All right, so yeah, lay it on me. What kind of mana cost we thinking about? How fast should this spell be? So if you are tier 4, you should have a minimum of what? I think it's 225 mana is like the minimum a tier 4 mage has. But we also have to account for the fact that you now have the tier 4 armor, which I currently have on, which decreases mana cost even further by, well, it's 10, 20, and 10. So that's 50% reduction in the mana cost of your spell. Plus, you get 7, 5, 7, 8. So it would be... so you get an extra 200 mana on top of that. So technically, when you are fully decked out, you are at 425 mana points. I'm thinking it should be 50 mana, because it would be reduced to only 25 mana a cast, which would give you some flexibility with your mobility. So maybe a lower mana cost, cast time. Am I a rust mage? I'm a commoner, so I don't have the extra haste. But a rust mage gets an extra 5%. Right, so if I do char cell... Damn it. There we go. Let's pick the rust mage class. So that spell is now, instead of a .6, it's a half second cast. That's pretty damn cool. Blink should be base 7. You know what? I think you're right. 50 does feel a little meh. 75 would be... That would be better, I think. Because it would reduce it down to like a 38 mana cost per cast. So what should the cast time be then? How frequently should you be able to spam this? Should it really be only a half-second cast? I mean, what's the point of the fly spell if you could just teleport everywhere faster? You know, and then do like a string of teleporting. I think it's too quick. Cast to 5 seconds, which would be reduced to 2.5 seconds, right? With the with your tier 4 staff. Oh, I fell through the world. I forgot to patch that hole. Oop. Definitely cool. Past 5 seconds. You know what? Let's do it. Worst case scenario, right? Like, I mean, when people start playing this stuff and they're like, man, it needs to be a little faster, right? Or, oh, the mana cost is too high, or whatever it is, right? Okay, so now the range. I put in 16 blocks because I'm like, well, let's double 8, right? Trying to keep it like base. Maybe is that too generous? Could it be because I think what in WoW it's like 10 meters, right? For blink. I mean, should I do like 12 and then Riftwalk should be like 6? Because I think 8 is too much for Riftwalk. It's going to be, the more distance I give you, the harder it's going to be to judge. But 6 blocks, right, is something different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that's the distance from like here to here. You know, so I would teleport into that block, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So technically from here, I would teleport into that wall. So I don't think I'm giving anyone a favor by making it to where it's like, you know, so many blocks out. Oh, fallen into Void. Talking about Void, is there any Void magic? No, not really. It's not, Void is not an element. Because technically you get crushed by gravity damage. And you can negate all gravity damage by having Featherfall on. So I would have to rework how some of that stuff works to make another element. I have 8 elements in the game right now. That should be enough to have it so you fall down after casting, so you need the fly spell, not just blink. 8 blocks for Rift is fine, same with 16 for blink. Let's do this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, well, okay, so that is the distance there. I guess that's all right. Actually, it looks like I give you 1 extra because the way it casts. So... Makes we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, actually we don't. I guess I was counting the wall. Yeah, so I had to shift everything down 1. 16 is 1 chunk. It's a nice even number. All right, you know what? Fair enough. All right, we'll keep 16 and 8. We'll keep them. Riftwalk, should that be maybe a little more expensive, or should it just be a replica of it? Should it be a 5-second cast and 75 points? Probably, right? I think so. Oh yeah, I'm changing constants. The game is gonna be pissed. How could you? Close out of the game. I'm going to format some of the stuff before we create the new spells. So, honest opinion time. Honest opinion. Does Shadow Step seem like it would be a neat spell to have? Does Shadow Step seem like a neat spell to have, to be able to play around with? And I guess just so everyone knows, right? It would be working just like EverQuest. Just like EverQuest. Except you could end up on top of trees, the way the blocks are called. This max raycast. So I come from Minecraft modding, Java. I like to put this in front of things. You don't technically need it here. It's not needed because we're not like object oriented, but I like to do it anyways. Because honestly, it's a nice little indication as to like, you know, this get picking ray. I know for a fact it's within this class file, and it's not one of the other ones. On top of trees, I see that as a win. Well, you see it as a win. Others, not so much. More cast time, 15 if possible. Oh, so you think, Fritz, that you're talking about for Riftwalk, you want that to be like a 15-second cast, huh? 15 blimey seconds. Although technically that 15 seconds would be reduced by up to 50% when you're tier 4. Can I interest you in a nice 14 or 18 second cast? You know what, let's do 18 seconds. Because then that would give you an 8-second cast to like line everything up and make sure you know where you want to go. The fact that you are teleporting, potentially people are going to hate that spell, right? Because now if you have claimed land, right, and you have like your doors closed and everything, and you don't want someone to get into your house, well, they can literally, you know, bombadil their way right in. Like, doors locked? That's okay, I got a key. Just wait 8 seconds. Hey, I think we're looking pretty good here. So let's add some other spells. And if anyone has any spell suggestions, definitely let me know. All right, we got to start with spell names. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of spell names reserved down here too. Maybe it would be worth kind of looking at. Maybe worth looking at some of that stuff. Maybe. So I'm going to put Riftwalk right after Blink. Cannot teleport through walls or through solid blocks. I'll say can teleport through solid blocks. Okay, so my reasoning is because you can get into another player's base, give some leeway, or even better, a sound audio cue. I mean, I definitely can. I definitely can. This brings up an interesting thing. Should I make a ward block that prevents teleportation? Because I could easily do that too. Not easily, but it is something that's possible. Should you be able to make a... I'm already making a counter spell for the spell I've yet to, like, program in. Unless someone enforced the door lock. Well, it doesn't matter. Just use one of the side walls, right? You know, you use that nice chiseled looking window that no one can pass through, that you can still see through to get into their house. Remember, that kind of stuff is independent. Block reinforcement is also a thing to do. That is kind of true. Do you know where block reinforcement is held? Because I could do that. If you reinforce a block, maybe it could prevent a spell like this. But yeah, you are right, Fritz, right? We're debating this and the spell's not even in yet, and no one's complained. I'm just trying to get ahead of the... I'm trying to help you right now, Fritz. I'm trying to help you right now. You're the backbone of the community. Okay. Alright. So let's do... Okay, so... My thought for Shadow Walk is I can give you Shadow... So I can do this one of a couple ways. I can just make Shadow Walk a single spell, maybe I can give it a range of like 32 by 32, right? But it's a tier 2 spell only. Or I can make a Shadow Walk 1, 2, and 3, right? And then I can make it to where, okay, well, the tier 2 version of the spell, it does like 16 blocks, and I could do 32. And then at tier 4, I can make it a 64 by 64 grid, right? A huge amount of space. Like, what way should I go with it? Do you maybe foresee people even bothering to use like the tier 4 version of that spell? I'm thinking the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm talking about, the more I feel like maybe it shouldn't have a tier 1, 2, and 3. Maybe it should just be a baseline 32 by 32 blocks, and it picks something at random. Sounds perfect! There you go. Complaining, I thought was normal chatting. No, it depends on how you state things. When you start saying things like, man, this mod is already a crappy grind, and, you know, all that other stuff, it's no longer constructive criticism, right? This mod's a real piece of crap. These spells are laughably useless. You know what I mean? See? See what I mean there? The difference. So, alright, I will put, I'll put Shadow Step right here. Randomly teleports the caster to a position within 32 blocks. How do I want to word this? Okay, I could just say teleports the caster to a random position within a 32 block radius. I mean, that sounds good, right? Must be used. I'll say above ground. Yeah, I absolutely do not see the tier 3 and 4 ever being touched. Yeah, same here. That's why I'm like, as I'm saying it, okay. Wait, all right. So we got a couple more spells here. So we got Shadow Step, we got Riftwalk. For this stuff, I'll leave those things the same. Shadow Step, let's do. So if you are tier 2, your baseline mana is going to be 50, plus I'll give you another 25, right? So you should be close to maybe either 65 or 75 mana. And then you start to get your reductions and speed up times at that point. So I think I'll just tune it in line with other tier 2 spells like Corpse Swap. 40, 10. So this would be 40, this would be 10. Duration, damage, stats, perfect. Shadow Step is a panic spell, so 25 mana, 2 seconds. You know what? It is a panic spell. I will, you know what? You know what? Not 2 seconds. I'll do a 3-second cast time because I want you to be able to cancel out of it. Like if I get, because that would make it a 1.5 second cast time. So it gives you a little time to maybe move forward instead of almost near instant cast, right? Just in case you change your mind. So we'll do 3, and then I don't think 25 mana, because then that would reduce it down to a 12 or 13 mana spell. This is still a tier 2 spell. 40 would become 20 mana points. I think that's good. I think that's all right. Because again, there should be some kind of cost. If you need to panic to get the hell out of the area to where you are trusting a randomly teleporting spell, which could put you in more hot water, yeah. We'll have a little bit of a cost with it. But again, 32 by 32. That's going to be a huge area. Going to be enormous. I think that's like... yeah, that's over 1,000 block, like, area. It's crazy. Crazy! Alright, we got a handful of things to do. The first thing to do is to go into spells. And we are going to copy the blink spell. Where is it? There it is. Blink. We're going to copy and paste. This spell is going to be the baseline for Riftwalk. Where did it just go? There it is. I did call it Riftwalk, right? It is called Riftwalk, I think. References. Yes, Riftwalk. There we go. That's the other thing. Should it be like capital Rift, capital Walk, or should it be all one word like Riftwalk? Or I could call it Riftwalker. While I wait for a reply. Boop. We're going to pipe that in. I've got to create these. So these are going to be taking from Riftwalk. Boop. And really with this, Riftwalk is fine. You know what? If I'm doing things like Rust Orb, Rust Riposte, Rust Field, Riftwalk probably should be 2 words as well, because all of those are 2 words. It's part of like the formatting that I subconsciously did. So let's do it, I guess. See, it would be more like those would be the 2 versions of it. See, if it was like Walker, it would be easy, because it'd be like that, right? Plain Strider, Rift Strider. Plain Strider would actually be a pretty good name. Damn you, D&D. Always influencing my name choices. I don't know. It looks great. Which one? I just put 3 different ones in. And then I just said Plain Strider, right? Which could work. See, this is the thing. I need to figure out this name now, because it's going to dictate the name of like 20 different places that I gotta add this spell. So I'm going to just pop this off to the side here. Riftwalker. So are we thinking Riftwalker then? Riftwalker, huh? I kind of like Riftwalker a little more. You know, it feels, I don't know, it feels like it comes together maybe a little bit more. Riftwalker. Kind of majestic a little bit. Don't mean to toot our own horn, but Riftwalker, final answer. Would you like to phone a friend? All right, Riftwalker wins. See, like all the places I have to change it already. There we go. All right. So we got this. It's going to be a tier 4 spell. I'm not going to modify the spell yet. Let's just get it registered. Let's get an icon for it. Let's do what needs to be done. Okay, so we got to get the tier 2 spell now. So for tier 2, I'm just going to copy Surface Ascent. And this will be called... Damn it. This will be 2 words. Shadow Step. So we'll change that, change that. This becomes Shadow Step. Feels kind of roguish, right? Like, it almost sounds like it should be a rogue ability. You know why? Because in WoW, Shadow Step teleports you behind an entity that you're targeting. I wonder if that's going to confuse people. Why do I not teleport to someone? It's random. You know why? Because EverQuest was here first. EverQuest was it's the granddaddy. All right, and I'm not going to do anything with spell logic here as well. Sweet. Okay, now we have to add this to a handful of locations. The first one's going to be spell types. So for spell types, go to tier 2 spells. So Shadow Step should be right after Corpse Swap. There we go, Shadow Step. And let's scroll all the way down because right around Blink, there we go. So there's Blink. Now we need to put in Riftwalker. Oop. My final answer. Phone me. All right, so we got things piped in there. Now we need to open up 3 other things. We need the Grimoire. We need the Synthesis Spell Cipher. We also need the Spell Scroll. All right, so let's find each thing, right? So we need Corpse Swap as the first one, right? Let's double check. Yep. So, Corpse Swap. This will be Shadow Step. Let's keep scrolling down. So we gotta find Blink. There it is. And then right underneath Blink, we will have Riftwalker. Boop. All right, so that's the spell scroll done. We got to do the same thing for these spell ciphers, so let's pull up corpse swap, copy and paste. Where is it? Oh, there it is, Shadow Step. I don't know why I can't remember this. We got to come down to Blink, copy and paste. This is, I'll just type it in, Riftwalker. Stack that. And now the Grimoire. So we got Corpse Swap. This is going to be Shadow Step. Scroll all the way down to here. So we copy Blink. Make it Riftwalker. Done. Next thing we have to do is create icons for these two new spells. Blink already has one. You know, I could probably cheap out and copy the Blink one and then just make it Rift toned for Riftwalker. So let's pull up Blink. Let's change that a little bit. I'll make it a little more vivid. Yeah, let's do color, rotate. None of these are what I want. Hue saturation. Kind of make it look arcane-like. There we go. I like that. That is pretty damn good. Sweet. So we're going to save Blink. Now I'm going to copy and paste that, and then paste it one more time. So we are going to have Riftwalker. And this one is going to be Shadow Step. So we got Riftwalker and we got Shadow Step. All right, so Riftwalker, honestly, I think I'm going to cheap out here. There's your Riftwalker. Done. Dunzo. Shadow Step, we'll see what icon we can put in there. I'm not gonna cheap out on that one. Boop. Even though I would love to, I could make a black and white version of the icon. I can invert it. It's different, right? All right, let's go to unused files. What are we pulling out here? What are we pulling out? Ooh, let's see here. Something that feels Shadow Step-y. You know what I mean? It could be something like that, right? We could maybe work with that, like, you know, stepping. I could maybe. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's play around with the colors of this a little bit. What if I flip and rotate here? Nope. Kind of like the purple one. Kind of. Let's invert it. And now let's go under Effect, Flip Rotate. Did nothing. Did this? So this pretty much encompasses it. You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Don't save. Oh, I want to put in Storm Song and things like that still. Do something with this. Wonder what would happen. No, I don't like it. What does it look like, black and white? Terrible. What about sepia? Terrible. No, don't like it. Don't save. Kind of gravity things here. No, that's more of a shield, right? Yeah, these were like raw WoW icons. Poison? No. Yeah, some lightning bolts and stuff. Heal? Maybe. Ugh. There we go. I could go with like the default kind of blue mana color. What does EverQuest use for their icon for this spell? Shadow. That EQ. Give me the icon. Oh, it's the lamest icon. Lame. Terrible. You know what? We'll go with this one. We'll go with this. I need to actually touch back on all of these icons at some point. I don't do texturing well. We will say that. My textures are not the best. I'm not a texture guy. I'm a programmer at heart. So the fact that I gotta do all this is kinda, I won't say a waste of time, but I could be actually programming the spell right now. So maybe a little bit of a waste of time. Maybe. An inefficient use, that should be what it is. Not a waste. There's nothing's ever a waste. It's just an inefficient use of an expertise. Political. Try and bring that down to a 32. And then let's go ahead and resize it back up to be a whopping 64 by 64 centered. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Resize, this is what I want, 64 by 64. Copy that. Let's play with the colors a little bit. I don't like the colors. Maybe it was better off being more of a purple. Maybe like that. That seems kind of shadow-like, maybe. Let's make it a little darker. Maybe it just needs to be a little darker. There's some bright lights in there. Let's tone it down just enough. There we go. Like the darkness is sucking in the light. Better yet, done. There's Shadow Step. Got him. I am saving this. Okay, I am saving this under Shadow Step, right? Hydrate. Thank you very much. Ooh-wee. Man, code red. Man, that soda kicks you right in the face. Ooh. It's good, but I feel like I'm getting a little antsy now. A little bit of jitter, which is not good in your network and your phone calls. All right, so we got that. We got to open up localization now. So I need to look at, I think the easiest thing to do this would be looking for the instances of corpse swap. Because right after corpse swap, it's going to be shadow step. No. So that was the synthesis cipher. Whoops. This is going to be the grimoire itself. Oh my god. All right, and we have one more down here, and this is the spell scroll version of this. Shadow step. Shadow step. And then I need a description for it. Changes place, so that's corpse swap. So shadow step. You know what? Shadow step. So I'm gonna change the texture here, or not texture. Jesus Christ, the thing. Well, I'm trying to find another window over here. Where is it? There it is. Teleport the caster to a random position within 32 block radius. Must be used above ground. You know what? I'm not gonna change it. That was actually pretty darn good to begin with. There we go. Perfect. We need to have, I think we need to have some flavor text with this. So we should have a spell. I think I called it spell success, right? Oh, start spell effect is technically what I want. Put a little flavor text in here. I could say, like, you appear from the realm of shadows. You reappear from the realm of shadows. There we go. So we'll put that flavor text in there. Just to make sure I know of this key, let's put it in the spell as a commented out bit. Right there. Alright, so that's everything for Shadow Step. So the next thing would be Blink. Finding out all of the different places Blink is. And this will be Riftwalker. Okay, Zeratol, calm down, jeez. Calm yourself. Riftwalker. Blink, this needs to be Riftwalker. I don't think this needs to have flavor text. Get it because it comes from the shadows? Yeah. I had a feeling it was something like that. I had a feeling. In the realm of shadows. How you doing, Vexus? We are adding more. Do you know what this is officially called? It's called feature creep, because I have the update ready and I'm putting in 3 more spells. That could have waited until, you know, could have waited, but we're already putting it in, so, you know. This is where we are in life right now. Everyone gets to watch me play with, like, the new toy. And they're like, man, not fair. Put out update for Feverstone Wild. Nice. It's been me for months. You know what sounds bad? It's been me too. I could have put out numerous updates in this this mega update's like 120 lines of like things that I can remember changing or updating. There's gonna be it's like a new mod pretty much. Like it's getting rid of old blocks, the new elemental. How long ago did I put in the you know, the elements? Remember the image? You know, and we were talking about like, oh, you know, nature and arcane, right? The 8 elements. This update started before that. The elements were going to be the thing I was going to put in and then push an update out, but I've just been adding and adding and adding. It's been... Don't tell anyone else that. If anyone else asks, I've been diligently working, and I had no opportunity to put out any updates at all. No opportunity to fix any of the bugs, you know, and put out an update. They're in there now. They're in there now. All right, so I think we got all the localization done. We need to register these new spells to the global spell registry. So this is going to be Shadow Step. Right? Perfect. The next thing, so right next to Blink, we are also going to have the new spell of Riftwalker. There we go. Let's hop into the game. I am so glad I took the time to rebuild my spell system to just like connect a couple dots and bam, new castable spell. So glad I did that. This is mighty fine. Vintage story. No issues detected during startup. Beautiful. So we go under spells. So that's preservation. There's Shadow Step. Let's pull out that grimoire. And then we have the Riftwalker grimoire as well. And we have the 2 spell scrolls. And it looks like they are registered, a tier 2 and a tier 4 spell. Oh god, where do I live in this place? Where is my... Oh, it's over here. Oop. Let's get rid of that spell. Just throwing books out the window. Alright, so these should be castable spells. So we got 75 mana, 9 seconds. We got 40 mana here, 1.5 seconds. So let's try. Riftwalker should pretty much be a longer cast of like Blink. Yeah, so it's a longer cast of Blink, which is fine. That's kind of what we were going for, right? Wait a minute. Was Riftwalker supposed to be long? Did I get some? I may have got some variables mixed up here. I think let's look at the spells themselves. So the mana cost. Okay, no, that makes so 75 mana cost for Riftwalker. So it's not reducing the cast time or the let's take a look here. Let me look at Shadow Step. Shadow Step should be 40 mana cost. Weird. Oh, Blink is still set to 2. Wait, where? There it is. There we go. That should reset it for the new variables. 75, 40, 75. Weird. Is there a power word for returning a book to your hand? Like Thor's hammer. You know, it's funny. I did want to put a telekinesis spell in for like tier 1 or tier 2. To where like if there was like an item, you could like cast your spell and then like pull your items over to you one at a time. I didn't think anyone would like that spell though. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, like teleport. It'd almost be like an item collection, right? Because if you get close to it, right, and then you would just kind of suck it in, right? So it would like go to your inventory or just drop it at your feet. I was gonna call it telekinesis. Should I put that spell in as well? Should I have everything up here? Should I just add telekinesis? I think it'd be cool. Seems fun. All right, let's do it. Let's add telekinesis too. So now this is a spell that could potentially grow with a player. So telekinesis, should I have it to where you can? Should it be just one item at a time? Because it would pull like a full stack if it's like stacked on the item stack that's dropped. You know what? Telekinesis will just be a tier. It should just be a tier 1 spell, right? Should just be tier 1. I'll put it after Fertilize. Summons an item entity to your position. There we go. I have a feeling that's going to be meh. That's a very meh description. Where is... Here we go, spell type. So let's find... Oh god, what was it? True North. Yay, that music stopped. All right, rock on. Let's put on something else here. You know it, Sonic. Something agnostic. There's that new, like, you know, that Knuckles thing on Paramount. I kind of want to watch it. I just haven't had... I guess want is a stretching word, because I was just about to say, I just haven't wanted to watch it. I kind of want to watch it, but I don't want to. When you throw up an update for Magic Mod, let me know and I'll put out another server. I made one for Valheim today. Yeah, didn't they just get, like, what, the Ashlands or something put in? I was looking at some of the creatures and stuff. I'm like, ooh, it's kind of cool. Although I really wish they would just, like, scale everything. So I don't have to, like, you know, get my butt kicked by a giant mosquito and get one shot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright, we're gonna have to shut down the game here. I need to... I will copy True North. It's not going to have anything to do with True North, but I'm going to copy it. Telekinesis. Just like telemarketer. Copy, paste, K-I-N-E-S-I-S, telekinesis. Let's get rid of the one. There's not going to be better versions of this. This is going to be just a static telekinesis. You know what? I'm going to put a 1 there. Because I did it for True North, and I had no intention of doing anything more with True North. There we go. Telekinesis, a whopping 4 mana. Not bad, but we're gonna make it 5. And I need a range stat with telekinesis. So what are we thinking? 10 blocks, 15 blocks, 20 blocks? How many blocks away should you be able to summon an item into your inventory? What if item delete magic? I'm not sure what that means. You can actually punch those and they'll die. Yeah, well, if you can punch those without them hitting you first, right? I still remember cruising on the boat, right? And there was like a patch of like desert, like this tiny little patch next to the water, and it's like, whoa, maybe there's some resources here. And I remember getting out of the boat with one of my friends, right, our little raft, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's something coming towards us. And I'm like, oh, it's just a mosquito. And that mosquito was a bigger mosquito, and it one-shot me, and then it got my friend and one-shot him, and we were dead. Freaking mosquito. It's ridiculous. I was not happy. Not happy at all. Made me feel bad. How many blocks? 15! Perfect. Alright. Alright. Now we can go back into telekinesis here. Telekinesis 1. There we go. I'm like, I know I'm gonna spell it wrong. I will put in this dot range equals RMR references dot telekinesis range. Let's put that in. We need to add telekin, K-I-N-E-S-I-S. K-I-N, oh my god, I'm already spelling it wrong. I'm already spelling it wrong. I can't believe myself. Yes, I can. I do this kind of stuff all the time. Like being mad at fire for burning you. There we go. Alright, we got the basic spell. We're not going to do the logic yet. What does telekinesis do? If you cast it on an item, like dropped items, I'll probably do like a bulk thing within a certain range of like whatever your selected item is. It will pull all of those items onto you so you can pick them up. So you can summon items to you. It's a tier 1 spell. It's gonna be a cute little thing. Cute without the E. Alright. So let's register this the rest of the way right now. So back in here. True North. This is going to be... I'm just going to copy and paste it. I don't trust myself at all. I'm gonna mess it up. Telekinesis. True North. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Spell scroll. True north. Copy, paste. Oh, still don't trust myself. There we go. Oop. Minimize that. Minimize. Yes, minimize that. Let's go into here. True north. Copy. Paste and paste. You gotta be able to spell it to use it. Paste, alright. Copy. Paste and paste. Telekinesis. Alright, should I put some flavor text in as well? Not sure. Not sure if any's needed. There we go. Telekinesis. Now we just come down for the description. Copy, paste. It is. And the final copy and paste. There we go. So that spell should be in for the most part. We just got to come down and add it to the global registry. And we are donezo. Oh, and there's one more thing we're going to do right after this. Telekinesis. Oh. Perfect. Let's pull up the spreadsheet, because I'm adding spells. I am adding spells, and I'm not adding them to my spreadsheet, so my counts are going to be off if I forget to do that. Alright, so let's copy this, paste. I trust myself, copy. Paste, right? Telekinesis. Oh, should it be enchantment or conjuration? I kind of feel like it should be conjuration. Because it's the movement of... I don't know. It could be either one. You know, I want to put it as conjuration because there's not a lot of conjuration spells. Honestly, that is the only reason. The only one. Do something like that. Which means I could have just put this right at the bottom. Like that. Pop that back up. Although enchantment would make sense. Alteration and invocation would not, but either enchantment to, like, levitate it, right? To enchant it. Or conjuration. Conjuration's the act of summoning, right? You are literally summoning those items to you. Conjuration, that's what it is. Perfect. We said it was going to be 5 mana. Where's all my stats here? That's not it. It's got to be in here. Telekinesis. So it's going to be 5 base cast time of 6 seconds. Range of 15 feet. Oh, I don't have a ranged in here. What's that? 6-second cast time. Perfect. 5 mana. A little weaky. So that increases my count to 20 spells in here. And then the other ones are... Actually, it's going to be right here. So let's copy, paste. So we have Blink, and then we're going to have Riftwalker. And what were the attributes for Riftwalker? 75, 18, 75. Blink was also 75. This was 18 seconds. What was Blink's information? 5 seconds. Wait. Blink is done. Let's mark that as green. Done. All right, and then we have the new tier 2 spell, which I put right after Corpse Swap. This will be Shadow Step. And I think I did an exact replica of Corpse Swap. Yeah, 40 and then 3 seconds, so not exact. 40 and 3 seconds. Perfect. Now that stuff is up to date. Copy. Shadow Step is not done. It's registered, but we need particles and the logic. Telekinesis is in the same state. Let's go to tier 4 spells. Riftwalker is not done yet. Blink is done. Perfect. Done. All right, a little bit of cleanup. Still got to figure out how I'm going to get this out to people. So we got 20 spells there. We now have 48 spells here. We still have 60 spells here. Nothing was added to tier 3. Tier 4 now has 77 spells. And I got Radiant Light down here. If I ever come up with a decent spell that could take the name Radiant Light, we'll be ready. We'll be prepared. Cool. All right. Save that, and we can close it out for now. We're going to rebuild. Oh, I need an icon, a spell icon for this. And then we can start up the game. Copy, paste. This is called... There we go. Telekinesis. God, what am I going to make this icon? This one's probably going to be one of those, like, weird... It scribbles up an icon. Just a rough draft, just something in there so people are like, oh, that object looks different. I see the way you're going with all this stuff. Beautiful. And I think I kind of want to do something like this as the main thing, and then maybe put like a block here, you know, like a grass block or something, right? Because you're like summoning it. But I feel like all of my summon spells are all kind of similar, right? I don't know. All right. Executive decision time. Executive decision time. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start up the game. Because we got an icon now, so it should not crash. I didn't want to do rebuild. There. Oh, it didn't take that long. Good. There we go. So we should have telekinesis with a temporary icon. Where's my, there it is. Summon light, see you later. Let's take this spell out. Pop it in there. Okay. There it is, telekinesis. So we got it. We got a new icon, right? We gotta get a new icon. I think I'm going to use this icon, right? Would it make sense, like, a grass block in, you know, like, item form? You know, just kind of, you know, on the picture? Or should I really just go, you know what? I'm going to go with something else. I'm going to use the old icon for Spellbound Matrix. No, I'm not. That's stupid. That looks terrible. I really don't know what to make this icon. I'm starting to run out of ideas. What little ideas I had are starting to leave me. What does Stone Fist look like? Could do something like a couple rocks that are like levitating. Although those are just rocks though, right? Like, how are you getting item pickup from that? Terrible. I think it's got to be this. And I'm going to take a picture of a different item. No, I'm not double guessing myself anymore. Print screen. There we go. Copy. Copy. New layer. Paste. Right? Perfect. It's beautiful. So that's 13 by 14. Yeah, that's why it looked weird to me. What if I cheat a little bit? 14 by 14. No one will ever know. Done. Telekinesis. That's the icon. Win. Now I gotta resize it correctly, so let's do a copy. Paste. I'm gonna resize it down to a, we'll do a 32 by 32. Yep. And now we're going to resize it because I want that certain, like, kind of pixely kind of feel. Telekinesis. You know what? It works. That's fine. It's unique enough. Whoops. All right, let's fireball it in. Boop. And reload the world. And we can start getting into the logic. We will start with the easy slam dunk Riftwalker. I just have to remove the restraints. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Telekinesis. All right, Riftwalker, let's pull up that code. Don't save any of it. Perfect. Okay, so for this spell, you know what? I need to do one more thing in here. So we're gonna have to put something in for Riftwalker to get the Riftwalker spell range. And we are also going to have to put in something for telekinesis to get the telekinesis range. That's in the spellcasting tool. Now in the spell scroll, we're gonna have to do something similar. So that's Blink. Let's do Riftwalker. Riftwalker. Telekinesis. Telekinesis. Okay, those two things are done, right? Because Shadow Step's not going to require a pick range. Yeah, yep. Perfect. Now we can get into this. I don't care about any of this code. I don't care about this else statement. Whoops. Literally, I should just care about getting whatever the max ray distance is, which is based on range, and just teleport your ass into that location. That's pretty much it. I think we got it. We got it. So that means I should be able to teleport through this bookcase. I did fireball my change in, right? We'll find out. Yep. Right? Because I just... That means if you... let's make a big block here. We will make it out of mana stone. So let's pull up the paint tool. We'll pull up the paint brush. I want it to be a cuboid. We'll do a 10 by 10 by 10. A big cube. And we will put it right there. Oh no, it got me! /TP Vice 0 20 0. Oh, Vice. There we go. So there's our cube. Let's make another cube. Let's make this one hollow. I think I could do that, right? So I think I could do that. I can do this or this. Right, make some hollow space. Now I can say fill, replace non-air. Damn it, can't do that. All right, I'm just gonna shut this off for now. Let's get a mana torch in my offhand here. There we go. Ow! I just wanted to make an area here that... There we go. Boop. An area we can teleport into. We gotta make sure this works, right? Place is looking pretty good. Maybe it's that that handsome mana block that guy made, huh? Maybe it's that. All right, so this is a good enough space. So I should be able to like come over here and teleport into the space. Okay. Now let's put something in here. If you are in a wall, GM1, right? If you are in a wall, it does no damage to you. You could cast your way back out. Want to bomb those blocks? Not yet. Right? So I got out. But while I'm in there, I want damage to be done. You should not get away with putting yourself inside of an object. Now I'm going to be nice. It will not insta-kill you. But it is going to hurt. You will feel it. GM2. Okay. So we do need to add a little more code to make that happen. A little bit more code to make that happen. Where am I going to put this code? So I gotta do something to where if you are like I gotta be careful because there are some collision boxes you are allowed to be in. So I can't just do a blanket like, oh, you're inside a collision box. Although technically I think I can. I think I can. Maybe. Should I make it to where if there's... Should I put a safety check into this? If you go to teleport into the space and it sees it as a solid space, like there's a solid block with collision in there, maybe I reverse those checks, right? So I try and put you into there, and if not, then I could at least blink you forward into the wall, right? So it's like you got stopped because there's no... Like, would that make sense? Or should I just... No training wheels. You can go wherever the heck you want. Even if it's going to hurt you. Like this right here? No. Right? Like, I could have made it to where I teleported you to the wall, right? Boop, you would have dropped down because there was no suitable place 8 blocks away to put you in. Now, the more I'm talking about, the more I'm like, nah, this sounds like training wheels. You know, let's just go for it. I'll give you the ability to go anywhere you want, but it's going to come at a price called if you screw up, it's going to hurt you. But where am I going to put this logic? It can't be in the spell, because the spell happens in an instant and it goes away. So I need to attach this to, like, some kind of entity behavior, I guess. Yeah, probably some kind of entity behavior. All right, let's minimize textures. Let's go and see what we can piggyback off of. You know, I could probably just put it right in the main magic knowledge. That, or maybe the buff system. Maybe the buff system. No, I think main magic knowledge. Right, because I got the buff, the stabilizer here. The stability stabilizer. So I can make it tick like this. Right? I can say if if this dot entity dot collided a collision box, maybe I could do like collision box. Like I would want something that like intersects. No. Collision box dot. I thought there was a way to like overlap or something like that. Grow to include, expand, and convert to cuboid. Contains or touches.
Oh my.
See, that may not help either. Contains. Returns if the given point is inside the cuboid. So that's just an XYZ coordinate. See, I'm not sure how to pass this damage on. How do you detect that you are inside of a block? I wish the game, like Minecraft, would have started to crush you. Right? This game doesn't do that, right? It's just like, yeah, cool, man, you can live in the wall. Whatever. Alright, I'm in game mode 1. The timing you said touch and that sound effect come together. Well, unfortunately, that means that if you are against the wall like this, you are touching, so you would start to take damage. I want you to be inside of the block. I wonder if there's a way that I can just access inside from entity, right? Right, like something like this, in lava. How do I know that you are in lava? Because it's a bool, right? If you are on fire, that's block liquid code does not equal lava. So I'm getting a... Okay, so I guess what I could do is say... I think I know how to do it. Maybe. If this entity dot sided position, right? So I could try to get a block position to see if you are inside of a block. That's the first thing I gotta do. Are you inside of a block? Excuse me. California roll. It's delicious! Shit. Oh, that's what I was doing, right? If you are in lava, ignite. Die in lava. Man, that's brutal, right? Just incinerate. This is what I want. Boop. Technically, I want this in here, right? I want to say... if this entity... dot world... dot block accessor... get block, and then I want this dot entity dot sided position as a block position. I will put it in the same quote unquote dimension 0. So if this and then dot ID does not equal 0, right? So if it's not air, we'll start with that. Then I can hop into this dot entity dot world block accessor get block, right? So then I will take a snapshot of the block itself, because I know it's not air and it's something that we probably want to pay attention to. And now I can put in another if statement here, and I can say if, now I can access that block information, if block dot entity, see, that's not what I want. On entity inside is not what I want. If block dot collision boxes is equal to, or if it's not equal to null, right? So that means it has a collision box and you should not be inside of it. Then do the health damage. And this is on a 1 second tick. Every 1 second. It will take away, it'll be a little health in the beginning. And I'll keep that health low just because I'm going to be troubleshooting things. So if it does not equal ID 0, which is air. Oh shit, why don't I could put just another check in here that already would check if the collision box does not equal null. I could do this, which means I don't need that variable in there at all anymore. And I don't need that if statement either, because I'm already checking to get into here. It has to be not air, and the collision box cannot be null, right? Because if the collision box is not null, so it has a physical box, and you are inside of it, the air check helps the overhead. Right, because while you are in open air, I'm just going to have you ignore this kind of logic. Then start ticking away the health. I'm not dying so far. No damage there. No damage there. What about doors? Doors are going to be unique. Game mode 1 or 2. Game mode 1. No. Damn it. Game mode 2. Wait, stop. Why am I sitting? Game mode 2. So I think technically you can have the door close on you. See, right there, I'm taking health damage. Shit. I'm gonna have to, like, specifically call out things, I think, doing it this way. Damn it. But if I'm in here, like if I'm in, maybe I should put like solid block. See if there's a way to do that. See, right now I'm taking health damage. Very slowly I'm taking health damage. Game mode 3, that's spectator mode, right? I think I could do a more efficient thing here. I could do this dot hurt. Or this dot entity dot receive damage. I'm gonna get the enum. Dude, which is it? Damage source, so it should be enum damage source dot. I will say suffocation. Weird, I thought there was a suffocation. Oh, I think... Did they change it to drown? I could just do internal. There we go. And then for the health, we will pipe in this. Oop. Oh, wait. I need to create a new damage source. DMG, I'll say wall or solid block DMG equals new damage source. We are going to have to open this up, and then I can say, oh man, this dot. Not this. It should be what kind of things do I need in here? I'm gonna need type. Enum damage type. Pop this out. So I can say type equals enum damage type. Here we go. This is what I'm thinking. We could do injuring suffocation. So I will make you, I'll do the suffocation. The source is going to equal block. And actually, I want that to be the first thing. And I think that's all I want. Just those two things. And I'm trying to remember how to do this. We need to create the local property for, well, I don't know why I just did it that way. Cut and paste. And now I can put this in as the damage source. There we go. So we can receive damage, and this should, like, hurt you, too. Like, before it wasn't... There were no indicators that you were taking damage. It was just slowly, silently siphoning your health. Now it should actually, like, ooh, you know, red on the screen, all the works. It's gonna hurt. Isn't doing shit. It's not doing anything. I think I'm doing this wrong. I think there was a way to do this where I may have to put one more or two more bits of damage. No, that's not it either. Where am I doing this? Maybe elemental damage modifiers. Not even remotely what I want. All right. It was... Shoot. Where was it? Think I'm going to do this wrong. Hey, Bernardo. Think I'm going to do this wrong. You gotta do it wrong to do it right. Elemental attunement? No, that's for the new system coming up. I really thought it was the damage modifier. I thought I was putting something through. Yeah, maybe this isn't it. Oh, wait, it's down here. I know what it is. It is this, the mod system for it. Okay, this received damage. I think this is the received damage way, right? The source, a type. I put the elemental type in there, and a float. Let's... Was it in here? That's not it. Okay, maybe okay, I think it's in here. So we got our rough sickness debuff. Okay, and then we got this new logic here. I swear I've heard you saying you got good. Yeah. Joke's on you. The joke is on you, sir. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I do want this to be suffocation. I will have the damage source be unknown, and then we will put in the 0.25F. Give that a try. No! I wonder if this is, if this needs to run on client and or server. I have no idea what this is running on right now. Honestly, it looks like it doesn't matter. But I think it does matter. RMR references dot logger. I will say ticking DMG, ricking, ticking. And we'll say this dot entity dot world dot side. I want to see client or server. Client and server. It should be ticking right now. And it is not. This entity received damage. Called when the entity should be receiving damage from given source. True if the entity actually received damage. Well, what do you mean true? Oh, because this whole thing is a bool. Okay, before I go any further with that, right? Like, if I use this way, I can do damage. Is there a way that I can check to see this is supposed to be a solid block? Side is solid. Does the side appear... appear is bold right now. Fully solid. Called, for example, when deciding to render water edges in a position. Or not. No, World Gen code uses the block accessor aware overload of this method. Or I could say side solid. So is side solid? But I would have to get the facing of all the blocks. Right? Because it wants an int in there, so it wants the facing index. Define which of the 6 block sides are solid. Oh, this is not what I want. Finds which of the 6 block side is opaque side. I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure if this is the way I want to handle this. What is travel cost? Oh, traversal cost. Okay. Weird. Yeah, I don't think any of this is gonna be what I want. This is I can already tell this is going to be an annoying thing to deal with. Because if you are, I'm gonna have to do checks like, what if someone else uses their own kind of door, right? Do I just have to keep adding to this huge list of like, well, ignore this and ignore this and ignore this and ignore grass and ignore doors and ignore this water this other person put in their mod, right? Like this is going to be a lot of upkeep and work, and I'm not feeling that. I guess, do I have to really damage you? You really need to take damage if you're inside of a wall. I mean, it's bad enough. You could be, like, trapped. And if I kill you inside of a wall, that's another thing. If I kill you inside of the wall, where do your items go? Do they teleport to the top? Or are you going to have to, like, try and dig to them? Do they get destroyed? No idea. I guess there's one way to find out. Respawn. Where's the big domes? There we go. Alright, so it would have been right here. So there's nothing, I don't think, inside. Did it throw everything here? Yeah, it did. It actually threw it all. It looks like it found the closest bit. Unless when I died, I went side. Okay, let's try something else, because that's a single wall. Let's make a thicker wall here. And let's go right in the middle. Insufficient mana. Kiss my butt, spell. I said cast. I am your father. Was I too close? 8 blocks. It's like I blew right past it. Here we go. Okay, I am inside. I am trapped. This trapped kid. Oh no! What's going on? It said 8 blocks, right? Does the raycast ignore? Like, for solid blocks, does it just pass through a mesh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So I can line myself up. Actually, this may teleport me right in front of it. Yep. So let's break this. This would be the new location. There we go. See, the pick range works now. So this would put me right on the outside. Yep, which it did. Now, if I go one more... This should put me 2 blocks in. If it puts me on the outside, on the other side, then that tells me that raycast works different in the mesh. Nope. Okay, maybe it was just being weird? I don't know. So I am, like, trapped. I can't jump. Can't do anything. Okay, maybe it does work well. Kill. I will die this way. I just watched my items start to... They're all, like, crammed there. Did they just go up on, like, through the floor? Oh, they'll teleport to the top. Right, there are all my items. Yep, and I got every single thing back. So this would put me further inside. Interesting. I mean, I'm okay with this. I mean, you don't really have a way to kill yourself though, so if you're you see, it just did it. It just did it. It like pushed me all the way through to the other side. I don't know why it's doing that. Doesn't matter. Because the end goal, right, is I'm about 8 blocks-ish here. I want to get through this wall. That's a thicker wall. There we go. We'll go a little closer, right? This is what this spell should allow me to do. Which it does. Can you meditate inside a wall? I'm thinking, like, could you just get mana back? Are you stuck? Do I really need to have, like, a way to kill yourself? See, it pushed me outside. So it seems like there's a part when you're, like, too close, and it just shoots you over, you know, the rest of the way. Because, like, here, I should be inside, like, towards the other side. Maybe, like, so many blocks in, the logic changes. See, like, now, I'm in here. And you could mine yourself out, but if it's claimed land, I mean, you're kind of hosed. Are we all collectively okay with that? See, if I throw an item and it just popped right to the top. And this is what you would be seeing, by the way. You would teleport in, you'd be like, oh, snap. You could sit. Let's see if you can meditate. I'm meditating. Oh, there are new meditation particles, by the way. He's got all the good stuff. So you'd be like, I don't know where to go. Just get me out of the wall. Boop. There we go, and I teleported out. I think that's fine. That's fine. We're fine. We're all adults here. Most of us, maybe. I'm fine with that. Riftwalk. Logic. Done. You're going to play a sound. I think it's a generic sound for now. Next update, I'll probably whip up some other sounds to attach to spells. Cool, that's it. All right. Blink and Riftwalker should be... I need to do the particles for Riftwalker, but I think Riftwalker's just about done. I've been live streaming for a little bit here. Another 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I am going to step away for a little bit as an end stream. I realize what I'm saying is very vague. Let's find someone to raid. Gotta hit the bathroom, stretch my legs. Who is playing Vintage Story? Who do we got now? Vintage Story. We got 3 people. A new day to run in circles. Nah. Let's Sparkheart is taking on the Resonance Archive. Oh, maybe we could do Sparkheart. Continuing to gather. Make supplies for starter home. Nah, you know what? Let's doing the
There is a straw dummy. Can I take that?
We're gonna raid this person. Flash raid. Sparkheart. Whoop. Alright, can you stop fleeing as soon as I arrive, please? Can you start coming into the stream not fashionably late? I've been here 2 hours, 25 minutes. Where have you been, Bernardo? Where have you been? You can watch me from the toilet. Just put me on your phone. You could have been here. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. This is why I'm not making that admin staff. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. So we got telekinesis to do, we have shadow step to do, we have the particles for Riftwalker to do as well, which is actually just going to be a matter of changing out the... I already have rust coloring particles. I just need to maybe make that, and I may touch on Blink again to put some custom particles in. Make it feel good. Telekinesis is going to be pretty easy. Shadow Step, honestly, is going to be pretty easy too. This was the hard spell. Blink and Riftwalker were the hard spells. And I think we got them. Alright, everyone, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll be live streaming again in probably about 3.5 hours. Alright, thank you. Have a good one. Talk to you all later. Bye. If you have any questions or anything, put them on Discord. Any spell ideas? Alright, bye.